Hi you guys, last week I had so much fun photographing weeds in my backyard with my iPhone macro lens that I decided to do a flower one. Yeah, I'm so excited. I want to share with you photographing on your phone, up close and personal. So let's get to it. If you're new here, this channel is all about macro and landscape photography. So hit the bell and subscribe to the channel and you'll be notified every time I make a video for you every Thursday. So let's go outside and have some fun and photograph some flowers. Okay, so what I want to do this week, instead of weeds, I want to look for flowers. Now this is going to go with the blog post that I wrote on photographing weeds. So I don't know, because you know when it comes to macro, it can be very difficult. Like, see how it's bouncing around? These are bouncing. That's going to make a big difference when it comes to me trying to get things in focus with a phone macro lens. Look at how cool these are. Pretty. So one of the things that's really cool is Lightroom has manual focus area. So I'm going to try to see if I can do a little stack. I did one inside and one outside, and I'm not sure if it's going to work, but you never know, right? Why not try? So because it was so windy, I also brought my flower indoors. I love to play with video also using a macro lens because you get a different perspective. So going in and out of the flower, you really get to see how the flower looks. And what's nice about your phone, as you're videotaping, you can hit the button and it will definitely take a picture for you at the same time. Now I must admit, it gets super dark. At least with the iPhone, it is a pain when the sun is coming down. So look for shade. I want to give you that tip for sure. Look for shade and pay attention to points where you think it may be a little bit too bright and blown out. That's why I like the Lightroom app, because the Lightroom app will give you little highlight sketches, little lines on it, and that will tell you that you're blowing out your picture. That means you won't have any pixels in there. It'll just be pure white. So watch out for that. Maneuver and play and just have a great time. And of course, you know you can always ask me questions because I'm here for you. One of the mistakes that I made is that when I go to Lightroom, so I'll push on the button and here you could see a flower that I shot. Up here on the top right, you can see the question mark and then a little arrow and then the cloud and three little goodies, right? So if I want to share it, I'm going to go to the share button, which is highlighted right now, which I wanted to export to camera roll. So I'll export this to camera roll and it's just going to automatically export it as a JPEG. So it's, but before you do that, okay, we're going to go to export as at the very bottom. Click on that, more options. So I want the color space to always, for me, because now I'm shooting off of my phone, is Pro Photo. That's the highest. So that's done. And I want 100% quality now. And I don't want it JPEG. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to make it a DNG. That's a raw file that I will have to process. Now, I wouldn't do this if it was just regular, you know, snapshots, but these are not snapshots. I really want to have some fun here. Let's go to save image. It's going to go to my roll. So let's go over here and see. Some of them are super blurry that I did because it was so windy. Let's see if we can find something cool. Even if it's blurry, it still could be fun, but this one's still blurry, but it might have some potential. We'll see. I'm just going to scan through these real quick. It's a little green, but we can change the temp. I love this one, the composition. So let's go ahead and we will go back up, share it. export as a DNG because I've saved it, or you can share, but you'd have to post-process this. So I'm just going to share this right now, and I'll do a better video on using Lightroom on your phone because this is amazing. So we're here in Lightroom. This one right here that I made, I made this on, you could tell that it's sharp here, but it has a really shallow depth of field, not very much in focus. But I ended up playing with it, and I think it turned out pretty good in post, just to create something different. So let's pick something. I have not looked at these just to see what we can process. I love the way this is, but this is really taking my eyes away right here. This flower down in here. But boy, this is nice and sharp. If I could tone that down, it would look really nice. So let's just pick it anyways. Okay, so this one's pretty. We'll go to the develop, and we're just going to do some basic adjustments. I'm going to look at my presets because I like it cool. I like this color. It's pretty. I will do some sharpening. I'm going to click the Alt and Option and only sharpen what I want. And we'll give it some noise reduction so it's not as grainy. Now what I'm going to see if I can actually clean it up here. Okay, let's try heal. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. It's just going a little slow. Let's do another small one. Most of the time I'm usually in Photoshop when I have to, but there's not that much. Again, it's going on a phone. It's not going to be printed really big. This is just for social media fun. Yeah, I think that is beautiful. It doesn't need that much. Right here, it looks like it's a little light. Maybe I can just tone that down just a little bit. So let's go back real quick in the develop module. And because it's so light here, I'm not wanting it that dark. That's crazy dark. Going to just give it a little bit of darkness. Let's go back to the library. I think this is good. It's perfect for, oh, I did want to sharpen these babies up just a little bit. So go into the develop module. I'm going to take my brush, and I want to not have any color. And I want to do clarity and sharpness. Let me see, turn this down. Add a little texture, that usually gives it more detail. I'm going to yellow them out too a little bit. Here's the before and here's the after. I like it cool feel to it. I like the colors. It's poppin'. Very pretty from my phone. So if you like the tips and you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with some friends to get out there and have some fun with your phone. And I will put links down below to actually give you better lenses than what I have. Grab a lens and have a great time and look at your world up close and personal. All right, you guys, I'll see you next week on Thursday. And remember that your 1,000 words does make a difference. Cheers.